Dana White nukes another Conor McGregor super fight as UFC White House plans explode into chaos. Dana White has slammed the door shut on yet another blockbuster return fight for Conor McGregor. And the timing couldn't be more brutal. The UFC president begins assembling what he has boldly described as the biggest event in MMA history. McGregor's comeback options appear to be evaporating one by one. That White has already torpedoed the long-teased clash with Michael Chandler, originally scheduled for 2024. Now, he's gone even further, publicly mocking rumors of a potential fight between McGregor and Jorge Masvidal, dismissing the idea as nothing more than goofy. With the historic UFC White House event looming on June 14th, fans were hoping the promotion would lean heavily into star power. Instead, White's comments have thrown McGregor's future into serious doubt. Dana White obliterates goofy McGregor versus Masvidal rumors. Speaking to TMZ Sports, White appeared almost offended when asked about the possibility of McGregor facing Masvidal on the White House card. "I didn't hear that," White said bluntly. "You know what's funny? My Instagram algorithm has literally nothing MMA on it. There's some politics, but I don't listen to any of the goofy that goes on." When pressed on whether McGregor versus Masvidal fell into that category, White didn't hesitate. "That's goofy, yeah," he doubled down. "I don't listen to any of that in the MMA world. Literally none of that is on my algorithm. So when people say, 'What did you hear about this?' No, almost everything you see on the internet about our sport is completely wrong." The comments instantly sent shockwaves through the MMA community, with fans once again questioning whether McGregor will ever make good on his long-promised UFC return. 5 years gone, still the UFC's biggest star despite not fighting in nearly 5 years. McGregor remains the promotion's most valuable draw by country mile. Any event featuring the notorious would instantly become must-watch television, especially one staged on the lawn of the White House. Yet, remarkably, White seems unwilling to bend matchmaking plans to accommodate him. That hasn't stopped fans from pushing their own ideas, with Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz 3 emerging as the overwhelming favorite online. UFC White House matchmaking begins immediately. In a rare piece of good news for fight fans, White revealed that planning for the landmark event is being fast-tracked. Originally set to begin in February, matchmaking will now start next Monday, immediately after this weekend's fights conclude. So this Saturday, when the fight ends, usually every Tuesday we do matchmaking, White explained. Now it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're building the White House card immediately. Once we have the top 3 fights, Craig Borsari will fly to D.C. and sit down with Ivanka and the president. He wants Ivanka involved. White added that the entire card could be finalized by the second week of February, a stunning acceleration for what could become the most politically and culturally significant event in UFC history. The big question remains, if Chandler is out, if Masvidal is goofy, and Dana White refuses to bend, who, if anyone, does Conor McGregor fight? The clock is ticking, and the biggest star in MMA history may be running out of options.